Oh, with Bruce, it's been incredibly creative on different levels because, I mean, if you look at something like Last Great Challenge, Bruce is on 3 tracks and they all come up one after another in the running order of the album. So it's like this sort of mini Pete and Bruce single kind of going on inside there, you know. And also in terms of as a barometer to what's going on in the world, or Bruce was critical. Crucial's the word, critical's the wrong word, because it sounds like criticism, and I'm not criticising Bruce, because I've got nothing to criticise. There are some people you meet in your life who just never do the dirty on you, not even once. And Bruce Russell's one of them. I haven't got a single bad thing to say about the guy. I just haven't. So working with him was great, and of course we did Xpressway together, which I know is perceived as Bruce's label, and I guess it is, but I always thought it was us doing it together, and he says that's how he saw it. Because I did all the technical stuff, and as he said, well, if you weren't doing all that, I wouldn't have a label. There'd be nothing to put out, you know. Or there would, but it wouldn't be coming out the way that it did. Like I got it as releasable as you could get it, and being that some of the material was pretty rough, every little bit you could do to help it was kind of appreciated. And that technical side, as Bruce said, he wasn't great at that. Probably pretty good at it now, but he wasn't then. But likewise, he had worked at Flying Nun before they left Christchurch, and he had a list of quite a few Flying Nun connections, which proved invaluable. So between the two of us, we could get it sorted out, and by my recollection, the only thing it needed to be on Xpressway is that Bruce and I had to both agree it should be, and if we both liked it, that was it. Wasn't really enough that just one of us to like it. We had a few that scraped along the side there where one of us liked it more than the other one, but never anything that one of us just went, oh, what are we putting out this for? I don't like this at all. It always had to be something we could relate to, and because we had some that we really agreed on and some that we agreed more or less on, I think that allowed the range of the material to be quite wide. And yet there was kind of this aesthetic in its sound, because I guess I was mastering most of it, and its look, because Bruce had quite a lot to do with its what we chose for covers. Not always, but even if not the covers, how it was pitched to the public. He's very, very, very good with words, and Bruce had worked out the language of it, how to get it across to people as being something worth looking at, worth listening to. And we had all this very genuine sounding stuff too. Like there was some really remarkably good tapes made by Xpressway, because it was material that was really, really crying out to be released. And look at that live Victor Dimicic thing, for example. I mean, that's probably too rough to put on a record. Maybe not. Someone want to try it, it'd be a good idea. But as a cassette or a CD, it's really, really releasable. And those performances are stunning. Despite the recording quality, at least we made it a bit better. I mean, our finished master was better than the tapes we'd been handed to make it from. Can definitely say that. Gee, what did I learn from the Xpressway experience? What a huge question. I guess I learnt that it's possible to take the aesthetic of recording it yourself and transform that into presenting it yourself. Even when it got to the point that we didn't need to make cassettes anymore because we had labels overseas that would license our stuff, I still felt like we'd chosen those labels. They'd chosen us, we'd chosen them. We'd built a rapport with a bunch of labels who were run by honest people, who did really good pressings, much better than the pressings that were available in Australia at that point on vinyl. And could get it places other than just New Zealand or Australia, and could get it to magazines and radio stations and stuff too. And these were people who really genuinely cared about the music. Like, they knew the songs and stuff. It wasn't just some piece of product. And they liked the artists. There was no kind of bitching about this or that or the other thing. It was really genuine. That was, I guess what I learned was, you know, you can take it to that degree and have people around the world who will be part of that. And, you know, a lot of those people end up really becoming your friends, because suddenly you've got this link to all these different places that isn't dependent on some other body of people whose opinions kind of block it, or their perception of it. Like, you know, like Making in the Same Room, for example, for Flying Nun, and they pressed 400 copies and they sold it really quick, a couple of months I think it'd gone. Half of them overseas, half of them here. Or that's what I was told. It really wasn't around. It's like, where did it go? And it's like, well, are you going to press any more? I mean, to me, if you press 400 and sell them in a couple of months, that's doing quite well. You'd do another run, wouldn't you? And got told, like, no, because we don't think we can sell any more than that. So, well, how are you meant to deal with that? Yeah. And what I learned from Xpressway is, you know, essentially you actually don't have to deal with that. If you've got the right people connected to it, you don't have to deal with that "we've had enough of you" attitude.